So it's been a year since I uploaded a video, and last time I made my own Spidersona. But I remember I had already made a concept for 1 year ago, when a whole Spidersona trend started back in 2019. As you can see here, I designed the whole logo and stuff. I tried to go for an 80s sine wave kind of vibe, and took inspiration from these patterns, which fit with that aesthetic very well. But at the time, I wasn't some sort of an artist block, so I just did a quick and very rough sketch of how I wanted it to look like. I wasn't very confident at drawing dynamic poses or anything, so I thought I should draw it when my skills got better, at some point in the future. And guess what? Now it's that point in the future when I try to finish the design I had in mind all of those years ago. And that's what we're gonna do in today's video. I'm even gonna make another comic book cover. I actually didn't know if I should make this design a whole different backstory, you know, like it being in another universe as another version of myself, but then I thought it could actually be the symbiote suit for my Spidersona since the base color is all black. It wouldn't make sense though, since it wouldn't be reminiscent of the original design I made or anything, so I came up with something more interesting. And I'll talk about it in a sec, but first, let's make the actual symbiote suit for my Spidersona. I wanted it to have a lot of aspects from the original suit, but still giving it a unique design. Because I could have easily just switched the colors around, dark gray on top and yellow at the bottom, and I think it will have looked fine. But no, I wanted to try something different, a different look while still having the same essence. I tried to experiment a bit with more Venom-like eyes, but eventually I decided to give it the same eyes from my original design. Later I changed the white for yellow because I found out it looked way better that way, being more fitting with the whole design I had going on. It's quite simple, but here it is, my symbiote suit. Now it's time to make a quick backstory for how I actually got the symbiote in the first place. As you may remember from my first video, the premise for my Spidersona's universe is that it is almost the same as our real life world. But since I got superpowers, I decided to become Spider-Man, and that slowly starts turning our world into a more sci-fi inclined one, with superheroes and eventually supervillains. So what if at some point, some secret group of scientists are experimenting with some sort of space traveling tech, but while making a new source of energy, they accidentally open a little gate to another dimension without knowing it. That could create more villains in the future. But this time it only spawned a little organism, Venom, which successfully escaped there undetected. Because symbiotes are supposed to have multidimensional knowledge, it felt attracted to the only superhuman in that universe, that being me. It just so happened that I was designing a more stealthy suit with my best friend, who was the only one that helped me create the web modifiers. So when this new suit appeared on my door, I didn't suspect anything at all, until my friend told me he hadn't made that suit. I still decided to keep it, even though it was concerning where it came from. Everything felt fine until I started to wear the black suit a lot more often. It filled me with rage slowly, it made me irritable and weird, but I didn't even notice because I was being manipulated by the suit without even knowing it. In this world, me as Spider-Man is kind of a celebrity, as I explained in the other video. So when I started being more violent as Spider-Man because of the suit, the city noticed and it had to go real far until I realized something was wrong. Even the police were searching for me and wanted me arrested. That's when I remembered about Venom. It couldn't be possible, it just didn't make sense to me. But I still called my friend and we analyzed the suit and found out it was a living organism after all. I got really scared and I thought about getting rid of it, but I didn't want to just leave it in the lab. After all, it was Venom. I tried to take it off so we could expose it to sound waves and then keep it safe somewhere until we knew what to do with it, but it just wouldn't come off. It was attaching to me. It knew something was wrong, so I had to be exposed to sound waves inside a machine to finally get rid of it, and that's just what we did. It's now in the lab, locked and safe there, but that didn't make up for what I did to Spider-Man. The backlash of the violence and even crimes I committed with the black suit was too much, so in order to keep the city safe, I decided to retire myself publicly. But it was just a facade. I would return, claiming to be a different person, but I had to make another suit for that. Here's when we enter my new suit, based on the design I made as a kid in real life. This suit has some cool lights on its eyes because it's made to fight in the dark. Of course, this can be turned off for stealthy missions, but just imagine 2 pink bug eyes coming out of the darkness. That would be pretty badass. Also, something new about this one is that the web shooters glow in different colors for the different effects. Cyan is normal, yellow is electrifying, green could be like acid or something, and the pink one is more solid, stronger at holding things, and it hits harder, but it doesn't have that much elasticity. So yeah, this new version of Spider-Man comes out of nowhere, months after the other one retired. In order for no one to suspect anything, he acts a lot more anonymously, without ever saying a word. Something my Spidersona has is that he moves really fast, almost on super speed motion, so I had to give that up in order to sell this identity, trying to rely more on webs. It was hard, but eventually people bought that I was a whole different Spider-Man. I guess at some point in the future they will discover me or something, and that's when I have to go back to my normal self. And after beating a big menace, I would win the city's confidence again. I'm not sure, maybe I will continue the story in another moment. Now it's time to make the comic book cover. And this time I wanted it to be a lot more dynamic, both with the pose of my Spider-Man and with the background, because honestly last time I feel the comic book cover I made was a little bit too flat. It didn't have as much action going on, and that's really important for a Spider-Man comic book cover especially. So in this one I experimented a lot with the background, with different perspectives. I made it nighttime so that you can know that this Spider-Man is a lot more stealthy and that it has lights coming out of its suit and all. Also so the web looked a lot cooler. It was simple to make the whole comic book stuff then, because I already had them from the last video. I just had to switch some colors around in Photoshop and just change some little things. But yeah. I'm really happy with the final result. I really loved it and I hope you like it too. Here it is. So yeah, that's it for now. In today's video we made all of these. And if you want to see the cover or any of the other designs with better quality or more detail, you can check them out in my Instagram account. I also post other stuff in there, so follow me if you want to. By the way, now I also have a TikTok account, where I'm trying to post daily, so while I upload things here on YouTube, you can go and check out some short videos there. I'm gonna leave a link for both in the description so that you can get there in no time. What are you waiting for? Like the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to ring the bell to stay tuned. You can also share this video with a friend or something. Watch Tick Tick Boom on Netflix and I'll see you all in the next video. Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening and good night.